Hey, Jesse Collins with Pyramid Educational Consultants, and this lesson is how to make a easy fruit skewer. So it's a healthy snack, and I'm just going to show you guys kind of what it looks like and a lot of different communication opportunities that you could create for your learner. This can be done with kids that are communicating any type of modality. So if they're a PEX user, if there's a device user, if they talk, you can just get the requesting or the communication. And on the website, there are some pictures available. So let me show you what I kind of put together in the lesson. You guys could just use whatever fruit or things you have around your house. But this is one of the lessons that I like to use with my learners, and it helps create kind of a healthy snack. And I can also put in other academic goals and stuff if I need to, and I'll share that as we kind of go. So I just want to kind of show you guys the pictures that are on the print off. If you look underneath this video that you can download for free. And I made a variety of pictures, including some sentence starters, so an I want and a verb, as well as some commenting sentence starters with some of my kids. Yum is one of the ones that I've been kind of working on and really liking recently. And then I made you some of the noun pictures, so some things related maybe to setup or cleanup, and then also some of the fruits. These were some of the things I have available, although I don't have any berries, but thought those were good for the skewer, as well as I made a little picture for the actual sticks. So essentially what we'll be making would be kind of like what you would make a shish kebab on and put on the grill, is just with different fruit. And I just kind of put everything together in a bowl and then create an opportunity where I could get some communication and requesting from the students. So let me just kind of show you really quickly. Essentially, all you need to do is just get the fruit skewer. It's great for teaching the kids to follow the direction put on, and you could just let them freely put stuff on, or you could let them request while they're filling up the bowl, and then once the bowl is filled and they have the fruit that they want in there, they could put it on. If you guys can kind of see in the one that I completed, I did a pattern. So if you guys have kids that are working on some math lessons or some patterning, you could even create one and try to have them imitate it, or have them kind of create their own pattern. So that's kind of an academic spin on this lesson. You can see I did grape, 2 blueberries, banana, and then marshmallow. And I even cut my marshmallows in half just so there's not so much sweet sugar outside the fruit on here. And then literally all the kids need to do is just, once they've requested the items and you kind of let them go, you could independently or with help just slide the fruit on, and they can make the pattern for whatever they want. If you're a little bit concerned about this pointy tip, you can literally cut this just with a pair of scissors, and it will make it a little bit more rounded like this, so there's nothing sharp here if you're concerned about that. So really simple, colorful, fun, easy way to make a snack, and something you could have around, or could even do on a regular basis if you had a lot of fruit, and just a fun way to get your kids to kind of eat it. So let me show you guys a couple things about just setting up communication opportunities. If your student is using any type of device, you would just want to make sure that that vocabulary is programmed in the device. So you can see here, this is the PEX 4, actually I need to flip it over, sorry. This is the PEX 4 Plus app. And so this particular set of vocabulary that I actually had for something different has grapes in it and blueberries in it, but it doesn't have strawberries in there, or marshmallows. Actually, it does have marshmallows. So those would be some things I would want to make sure I add in, maybe even categorizing this in a different way if that was how the device is set up, but your device is probably set up. And so your student would just be able to, just with their system,
I want grapes. I want grapes.
And then you could give them the grapes for their skewer. Obviously, if your kid is using a different app or device, they can just use whatever one they're working with. Kind of coming back to the textbook, if your student is in phases 1 or 2 or 3, you would not need to have the sentence strip on here, and you wouldn't need to use these sentence starters. So if your student was in phase 1, you could just kind of establish motivation or whatever they're interested in. So let's say the kid has kind of been eating some of the blueberries. I could hold up the blueberries and we could get a phase 1 exchange. if you wanted to turn that into a phase 2 exchange, the learner could just travel over to someone. If you're working on discrimination, let's say that the kid really likes the blueberries, but a napkin is kind of non-preferred. You could set up phase 3A, preferred versus non-preferred. And if you're working into phase 3B or just other discrimination, you could put a bunch of the pictures on here, you know, spread them out even, and have your learner do discrimination. Remember, when they hand it over, you would say, go ahead, take it. And then if they reach for that item, grapes, nice job. And that's called that correspondence check. If your student is in phase 4 or beyond, you'd want to put that sentence strip back on the book. If they're in phase 4, they could use their I want, or even that they want to eat. If your learner is in commenting, you could do something like I like versus I don't like, or even yum versus I don't like, even versus I want, and have them comment on the different things that they like in their fruit snack. So just kind of something fun to kind of make for fruit you probably have around the house. So enjoy, post some pictures if anyone does this with their kids, and I hope you get a lot of good communication opportunities around the house. Thank you.